Next batch of articles, I'm calling this section dead shit. We're going to talk about some dead shit. And the first dead thing I want to talk about is Apex Legends. Season 22 is here. They just announced that you can now do akimbo pistols. There's a new map. You can now see your enemy's health when you kill them. They rolled back on their original plan to charge you twice for the battle pass. I think there's a new character. I don't know. Seems like none of these big changes matter. Because according to this article, following widespread outrage and unsolved issues, Apex Legends has lost nearly 50% of its players. See, launch on May 7th to a strong 400,000 players on Steam alone, though it's not quite the 600,000 that it had. It was by no means a weak debut for the multiplayer game. No, not Suicide Squad numbers. However, since the Apex Legends, let's be fair, has rapidly lost players on Steam, which is likely reflective of the player base at launch of the platforms. At the start of August, player count numbers were at 200. That is a big drop, though. Like I said, it's going to be a steady decline. That's what I like to see, man. Never forget. I don't care who made these games. Never forget it's a corporation. If they try to fuck you over, they playing Marvel Rivals. I'm saying, if they try to fuck you over, you got to remember there's more games to play than ever. That is my main frustration with the 2K community. I understand it's the only basketball game on the market, but you have no interest in anything else besides getting fucked by Ronnie 2K? Nothing? There's constant indie games available on Steam dropping every day. AAA games dropping every month. Play something else. It's okay. Why are y'all some of y'all so against aliens and Harry Potter and shit? I will never understand that too cool for school ass mentality. 2K's an abusive relationship. It is. So, I mean, season 22 launched. Let's look at the actual numbers. Because, I mean, when did this article drop? Oh, this dropped 9 hours ago. Never mind. This is recent. Steam DB Apex Legends. Let's see. What's the actual numbers? Oof. Damn. So he didn't even state that. In the article, it peaked at 200,000. But the average is 60. If I'm EA, I am sweating bullets. Last season, they were at 600,000. Almost 1 million players. Oh, yeah, this is worse than I thought. This is worse than I thought. Hey, can't say I feel bad for them. They did it to themselves. Fuck them. Should have never did that shit with that battle pass, man. Hey, EA, go ahead just to apologize. Go ahead and keep in mind, season 2 just dropped like this week. Season 22. So the numbers should be peaking right now, but we don't care. This is the difference, and I always point this out. This is the difference between the 2K community and other communities. Other communities said, fuck that shit. You try to fuck us over, we're going to go play something else. Spectre's coming. Valorant just dropped on console. I don't know why you would want to play it, but it did. Fuck y'all. We're going to go do something else. We're going to free ourselves of the shackles of Apex Legends. It hasn't dropped yet? Oh, my fault. When does it drop? Let's see. Apex Season 22. Oh, the 6th. Okay. We will be looking at the numbers on the 6th. We will be looking at the numbers on the 6th to see if the numbers are up. Maybe it'll go back to 200,000. Speaking of other dead shit, Ubisoft, always online racing game, The Crew was snowballed into a massive consumer rights campaign that's now looking for 1 million. I swear it's every other community but the 2K community. So you remember last month we reported on the fact that Ubisoft pulled The Crew off of people's hard drives. Kind of what scared me with getting back into collecting games, because this story keeps coming out. It just happened with, I think, Humble Bundle and Adult Swim games. Games have just been getting delisted for whatever reason. I think it happened with Forza recently because of licensing issues. It looks like it's turning into a movement. Earlier this year, Ubisoft shut down the servers for 2014's The Crew, rendering the always online racing game completely unplayable, even to users who own it. In the wake of the shutdown, a massive consumer rights campaign has gone on the way to stop the publishers from destroying their games, and the next step is an effort to gather 1 million signatures in an effort to change the EU law. Because the argument is like, yeah, we get it. If a lot of people aren't on the servers, it's expensive to pay for those servers. Okay, turn them off. I paid for the game. If I want to play it, why can't I play it single player? The Stop Killing Games initiative, spearheaded by YouTuber Ross Scott, is an international campaign to contact lawmakers in various countries and get laws on the books preventing publishers from disabling access to online-only game multiplayer games purchase. If you want a full breakdown of the Stop Killing Games goal, including what action they expect from publishers who decided to supporting a given game is no longer financially viable, you can check out the FAQ. It's also bad for game preservation. Shout out to Kenny with the sub. I appreciate it. Here's the petition if you want it. If you want to sign it. They need to make consumer protection laws. There's the petition if you want to sign it. You said they can do that? Damn. Oh, yeah. Forza just got pulled like a couple weeks ago. I think it's because like music licensing issues or something like that. If there's something wrong with the game or they just want to stop supporting it, you have to. The thing is, like, a lot of people don't, and including myself. It happens. You get tired of reading all these terms of service, but in all these terms of services, you have to understand you're licensing the game when you purchase it digitally. That's why I started buying hard copies again. When you purchase a game digitally, you're buying the license to play it at the time. But if at any point they want to revoke your license, your right to play it, they can. And they can literally pull it off your hard drive. It can just disappear. And that's what's happening to a lot of these different games. That's why I've been covering it so much. And it's been happening. It was happening once, twice here and there. But I swear it's been happening like once a month. It's been happening more and more and more with various other games. And it's bad for game. Not only is it bad for the consumer because you paid for it, you should be able to play it whenever the fuck you want to. It's bad for game preservation. Things are going to get lost to time. That's why physical is coming back. They include in the terms of service that you don't own it and they can revoke it at any time. It happened with Sony recently last year. All the TV and movie shows, not to say all, but a lot of TV shows and movies that people bought on PlayStation, they got removed off of people's hard drives because the licensing deal was up with like HBO or was it Discovery or something? They was like, give us our shit back. So now you paid, there's people out there that probably paid hundreds of dollars for different movies and whatever. They can't even access them anymore. So yeah, that's the petition if you want it. Good to see people fighting back. Staying in the realm of dead, this was a surprise on the timeline, especially Friday, because Fridays usually are not known for a lot of gaming news. But ladies and gentlemen, one of the most underrated video games, in my opinion, is back. And that is the Darksiders series. If you've never played Darksiders, the best one to probably go with is Darksiders 2. Darksiders 3 was okay. Darksiders 1 was good too. But Darksiders is like if God of War had a baby with Zelda. And when I say Zelda, I don't mean the recent shit like Tears of the Engineer, Tears of the 720p or Tears of the Mechanical Engineer, or Breath of the Wild. Not the recent Zeldas, but like old school, and not even the recent God of War. The old God of Wars from the PS2 era combined with like the old Zeldas from like Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time type of vibes. Fire, very underrated games. If you haven't played them. Yeah, and it's based off the 4 horsemen in the apocalypse. So the first, you play as a different horseman, and this would be the 4th game, so it'd be the 4th horseman. 2 made me like the series. Yeah, 2 is a very, very underrated game. It's back, they announced. I guess THQ had an event today. Yeah, War, Death, Fury, and Strife. There we go. So then this one should be about Strife. What's the actual definition of that? Darksiders is back. It's just a teaser, though. Wake up. Strife had a game already. Was that the girl? So which ones did they do? Which ones did they represent they did? But I've never played Darksiders. Is it nice? It's a good game. It's a good action adventure game if you like those type of games. He said, we're so back. Finally. Time to complete the series, bruh. They did all 4. There was no 4th. There was like some spin-off game, but that wasn't a mainline game. No. They didn't do 4. There was like some spin-off co-op game or some shit, wasn't there? Because the first one was the fire dude, the second one was the skeleton dude, the third one was the girl with the chain. There was no game after that. Yeah, the spinoff was his own thing. Darksiders 3 was Fury. It was Fury. Shout out to Infamous Brian with the sub. Appreciate it. Fury was Ash. She was fine and kind of badass, but they killed her horse and made the game into a Souls-like. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of 3. Like 1 and 2 were the best ones. But it featured Strife with the pistols. No, I didn't play it. I don't know. I thought it wasn't a mainline game. That's why I didn't play it, because it was like wasn't it like some over the top shit or something like that? I don't know. We back. We're gonna act like that game doesn't exist. We're back. You also know what else is back though? Cleveland slander. Shout out to the community for making me aware of this. A couple of y'all tagged me. Apparently there's some wrestling event going on. I don't watch wrestling, so I wasn't in tune. But like 3 different people tagged me. Apparently the city of Cleveland is getting slandered at some WWE event. So I thought I'd highlight this. Let's see what's going on here. Who's this wrestler, chat? Who's this? Is it Gunther? Is he in Cleveland saying that? Is this is SummerSlam in Cleveland? It is? That's fucking funny, dude. You're my hero. You're my new favorite wrestler, Gunther. This man came to Cleveland and said, I'd rather be homeless than live in Cleveland. And you know the best part about that phrase? Watch the reaction. It was a couple boos, but for the most part, it was kind of quiet, which translates to look how many people. That should be a lot louder. It was like 2 boos. I'm glad the world is starting to wake up to my agenda. The city of Cleveland is an awful, awful place. Just desolate, low food supply. The sewage stinks. It's radiation. It'll turn you into a ghoul from Fallout. The women look like super mutants and Krogans. No medical care. Just lawless destruction everywhere. Raiders, like in Fallout, you'll get shot just walking on the street. Just an awful, awful place to be. They cleaned it up. They cleaned up this section right here. Like you remember when Xi Jinping came to San Francisco and Joe Biden just magically found money to clean the city of San Francisco up. Same thing. They cleaned the city up. Also, another reason, like not only do the women look like Krogans, there's raiders everywhere and just irradiated water, but also the Republican National Party committee party is there too. I don't know if you guys know the big RNC party where that's where they have their big rallies and shit. It's in Cleveland. I don't know if y'all know that. That's literally what's keeping their economy somewhat alive since LeBron James left. So just an awful place. Yo, shout out to Dark Walker with the sub. What place is worse, Cleveland or Camden, New Jersey? It's hard. It's comparing apples and oranges because Camden is a small city, right? So you have to compare Camden to somewhere like Gary, Indiana. And like, that's the real war. Like, who do you guys think would win in a war between Gary, Indiana and Camden? But Cleveland is considered a large city. So you have to compare it to your Phillies, your New Yorks, your LAs, your Chicagos. And that's why Cleveland is like a top tier, just trash ass city. You think Gary would win? I would argue Camden, New Jersey is worse than Gary. Just because at least Gary, Indiana gave us the Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson. Let's not forget that. Without Gary, as much as we crack jokes, without Gary, Indiana, we don't get Michael Jackson. And also, it gave us, what's old boy? Freddie Gibbs. It gave us Freddie Gibbs too. I can't really say, like, what? Let's see. Famous people from Camden, New Jersey. Like, I can't really say, like, it's crazy right here. Nobody. There's literally nobody. People from Camden, New Jersey. The pages. Let's see. Place of birth matching Camden, New Jersey. Tasha Smith. Is she from Camden? Who's that? I don't know, man. My cousin's from Camden. He escaped. I bet he won't claim that place. It's amazing how TBH can say all that with a straight face. Because I'm being honest. Nobody wants to live there. Like, who? I don't know. An awful place. So at least like Gary, Indiana birthed one of the greatest artists of all, arguably the greatest artist of all time. So we're just poking fun at Gary, but Camden, New Jersey is just an awful place. It's just East Philly, East Philly. She's the twin actress that's always yelling in her roles. Who? I don't know that movie. This was funny. This has nothing to do with anything. I thought this was funny, but 2 Chainz is on the internet snitching. Apparently, according to this quote, 2 Chainz says the plugs in Atlanta are getting creative. So basically, he just told the police what the weed plugs are doing in Atlanta. This is how they're packaging their weed. The gas station too. and then the rating is not E or T or even M, is N for niggas. $60. It looks like a bootleg copy of Def Jam Fight for New York, but it's not. It's weed in that bitch.
You niggas done did it again, man. They want you to see the real detail.
This nigga got a QR code. Like, this is crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, like, 2 Chainz, why did you post this? It is funny, it is creative, but this nigga selling his product with a QR code on the back. The police is gonna scan that shit, bruh.
I mean,
and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a civilian. I'm not snitching. You posted this.
Toys and that shit, all kind of shit.
This package game is like, I just don't know what to say. You niggas got.
He packaged the weed inside a sealed, like, fake disc.
Weed in here? Nigga geniuses, bro. That's genius.
Shout out to the gas station too. Who trying to cop though? Who trying to cop that Def Jam Fight for New York weed? He said this has been a thing. I don't smoke, so I wouldn't know. I thought it was fucking funny though. But my thing is, if it's been a thing, clearly it's working. The packaging is working. Like, yo, like, to me, this is low key snitching. Like, why'd you post this? Now the police gonna know what to look for. It's probably from a dispensary. I hope so, at least. I hope so then. If it's from a dispensary, then that's cool. If it's legal. But like, if it's like some street shit, like, yo, you gotta chill, bro. Yeah, at bare minimum, I will say the FBI has followed. The FBI will be keeping an eye on you. That's fucking funny, man. Dispo doesn't use copy. Yeah, matter of fact, you're right. It can't be legal. Because, yeah, a Dispo wouldn't post this because this is copyrighted. There's no way they would sell this shit. This is some street shit. I'm mad at it. It's on the greatest hits, but you know why it's on the greatest hits box? Because a lot of niggas, they remember Def Jam Fight for New York as a greatest hits. Because you got to remember, when they came out with the greatest hits versions of a game, it was discounted for $20. A lot of people probably didn't buy it when it was 50. They got the great. So to them, that's what the package is supposed to look like. The greatest hits box. Instead of the just the regular PS2. But shout out to the gas station. Shout out to the gas station. Better than the PS4 with the ice on it. This has nothing to do with gaming. This is music related shit. I just thought this was fucking funny. So I was going to share it. And they were talking about, they brought, I think this is Mark Lamont Hill. I think that's who it is. They brought him on and they were talking about Drake and Kendrick. And I thought this clip was fucking funny. So I was just going to share it.
I've talked to Drake's people, some of Drake's people. The way they frame it is, we're not mad that we lost the beef. We're mad that he made me a pedophile. That's what they say. And every time.
Which is a crazy statement, by the way, because the correct statement, and maybe he's displaying the message incorrectly, because the correct thing should be, we're not mad that we lost the battle. We're mad that he tried to make me look like a pedophile. That's a crazy statement.
Every time I talk to them, they say the same thing. We don't care about the rap shit, but now you turn me into a pedophile, which is the worst thing you could do to a person. And I'm like, I don't think people really think Drake is a pedophile. Mm-hmm. A pedophile? Pedophiles a lot. Hey. I've talked to.
They said, It was the unison. I don't know. It turned me into. I just thought it was a funny fucking clip, bro. Oh my goodness. We will hop into the soapbox though. Oh shit! Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast. I don't know if there's anything. I know there was a THQ event. That's where we got the Outsiders joint. Is there anything else though we should be aware of before we hop on the game? We don't care about no damn hunting game. Titan Quest 2 official gameplay. Yeah, so you got the Darksiders trailer. Epic Mickey Gothic remake. What is Gothic? Wreckfest 2. Wait, how does Def Jam get a greatest hit box yet it also didn't sell well and has a cult following? Well, what's the name? In terms of like today's sales, it didn't sell well, but I think the reason it got a greatest hits box was because what's determined as a greatest hits is determined by Sony, right? Like I would imagine there had to be a certain threshold of sales for them to get that moniker, but it doesn't mean it sold a lot. Like, I don't know if y'all are aware, right? But to make the New York bestsellers, I think best-selling books, I think you need to sell like 5,000 copies. How many copies to make New York bestsellers list? See, you need to sell 5,000 to 10,000 books to make the New York best-selling times. So that's you have to keep in mind, it's just a label. It doesn't mean you actually sold a lot. And that shit will have you fooled because you'll go to the bookstore. Well, most y'all niggas don't read, but the few y'all that do go to Barnes and Nobles, you will go and you'll look and you'll see that label, New York best-selling times. That bitch sold 5,000 copies. So I say that to say this, and this is why I said one day I'm gonna write a book. It was always kind of in the back of my head, but this encouraged me more. Just if you've ever wanted to write a book, here's some encouragement. You don't have to sell that many. I feel like 5,000 is a reasonable number if you learn how to market yourself on social media. And for me, I have a following already, so I'm looking at it like, okay, if I write a really good book, I think I could sell 5,000 copies. You said PS2 greatest selling hits. I wonder if we can get that. How many copies did you need to sell to become a PS2 great? I think it was 1 million. Greatest hits. Yeah, see? You had to sell 400,000 copies. That's not a lot for like video games. Literally proved my point. and last we checked, Fight for New York sold 2 million lifetime copies. So it was a facade. Like, it's just a label. It says in 1 week though. Wait, what? Perfect Grace says the game must have sold in a minimum of 9 months. In a minimum of 9 months. And it had a lifetime sale of 2 million. I kind of like how every burger place is the best burger in town. I know, right? I was with my girl a few weeks ago and we walked past this one like empanada place and it said best empanadas in town. And then right below it, because I said to my girl, I said, yo, whoever's the marketing team needs to be fired. And she was like, why? It said best empanadas in town. And then right below it, it said Yelp, 4 out of 5 stars. I'm sorry. If you have the best empanadas in town, why would you post 4 out of 5 stars? That's good. But if you have the best in town, you're going to have at least 4.5, 4.7, a 5. Lie. 5 out of 5. I'm glad I can read because you just lied. Your shit's not that good. Yo, now I'm going to question that 4. Yo, shout out to, oh my God, Jaguar with the sub. Maybe only in they town. Yeah, the 5-block radius, maybe. You got to keep in mind, I'm in LA. LA is the second biggest market. New York's the biggest market. LA is the second and Chicago's the third. If you say you have the best empanadas in town, that's a bold claim. I can hear you saying I'm a New York Times bestseller, like being at Ellen York. You know I would. Oh, you know I would. I'm a New York bestseller. Like, I would use that shit as an excuse. Like, nigga, don't talk to me like that. I'm a New York Times bestseller. Don't talk to me like that. And I'm an Elden Lord. That's a crazy resume, by the way. That's a crazy resume. Or how every movie that hits the theaters says #1 movie in America. Just be saying shit. Gotta learn the marketing. Yeah, and I'm a Hokage. This is not my beat. This beat is hard, though. This is not my beat. This is not my beat, though. I'm not trying to get a copyright. Shout out to you. Put the Elden Lord on your resume. Why do you think you're capable of working here? I'm an Elden Lord. Oh my God. Why didn't you say that sooner? That's a hella versatile resume. Somebody gotta do it. Valorant, we do not care about that shit. Rocket League, y'all still playing? Care Bears to the Rescue official story trailer. Sweet. New Care Bears content. SNK versus Capcom Chaos. What? We got 2 trailers like that. U-Boat official trailer. I remember hearing the Lion King live action said it was the #1 movie in America. Like how? See, that's how the reason is what came out the same week. What came out the same week as the Lion King live action? Because if it had no competition, that's how it. A lot of rappers do the same shit too. It'd be a lot of rappers would be like, I had the best selling album of the month. Nigga, you're the only album that came out this month. That's all it is. It's marketing and manipulation. And it goes back to the conversation I said earlier about how timing is everything. Because if you time your product correctly and you do the correct number of sales, then you can say you're a New York best-selling, or you can say you're the #1 movie this weekend. Because technically it's not a lie, but it's also deceiving. Sword Art Online, who gives a fuck? I appreciate when people be #2 on Spotify and still post it. You should be proud of that, man. Somebody listening. I think that's all we got. All right, let's look at the Care Bears, bro. That shit, I bet that's fire. It's all marketing. Word salad. New Care Bear game. Let's go. Shout out to all my Care Bears in the chat. Used prices of Deadpool video game are going up because of the movie. That's not true. There was a Deadpool game that came out. It wasn't bad. It was like a 6 or 7. I remember I reviewed it. The reason I actually seen a video about the reason that the price of the Deadpool game is going up is because of the popularity of the movie, but also because of preservation. That game is delisted. You can't find it anywhere. I don't think it sells digitally. So if you didn't get a hard copy, now the price of it is going up. Sweet. It was a 360 game with a limited print. This is Care Bears? What the fuck this got to do with Care Bears? What the fuck is this? Man, this is a no, man. This ain't the Care Bears I remember. SNK versus Capcom Chaos? Is this new? I played Deadpool game one weekend. Shout out to Redbox. It was a fun action game for what it was. Choi versus Vega. Ah, this is an old port. I don't care about this. Let's see. U-boat. What's the U-boat? Take command of a World War II U-boat. Oh my God. Just like Pawpaw and them. When he was a seaman. Become a hunter.
Hier sind sie. Seid alle bereit. Los. 40 Sekunden bis Doppel.
Wow.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Shoot some Scud missiles at the ops. This looks boring as fuck. Let's see. Lethal Honor, Order of Apocalypse, official gameplay trailer.
Heavens! Can that over
Came in hot.
Shut up for a second! I'll tell you what happened. It all started with that blonde shithead, Aaron. I ripped off that
You slaying demons?
like nobody's business, you know. Killing humans used to be fun.
Yeah, Henny, yeah, we doing that.
There were so many. They just didn't.
It doesn't look bad, but I ain't playing it. I'm not gonna lie. Titan Quest 2 official gameplay features. Explore a land of myth. Assassin's Creed Odyssey over-the-top camera. The game looks pretty. Assassin's Creed Odyssey Diablo Edition. Build your hero. Fight off crabs. AC, yeah, Assassin's Creed Diablo. Doesn't look bad. I ain't gonna play it though. People like this. Melee combat doesn't look great, but at least the caster gameplay look nice. I just don't want to lie, you know. This is Timu Diablo. Downloaded Twitch just to watch the stream. Welcome to the stream, Dashy. Welcome to the stream. Gothic remake. I've never heard of the original. Big titty goth bitches? Oh my God, this remake looked like it need a remake. This shit looked like a Full Sail University sophomore game. Animations look rough. our first AAA game from ICDC College.
Welcome to the Valley of Mines, an immense penal colony.
Yeah, we're out of here. Did you see the article about Twitch becoming a zombie brand? Nah, link it. Link it. We're out of here. I'm not gonna play that shit. Wreckfest 2. Burnout?
They hurt you pretty bad, didn't they? I haven't seen you this scarred since last September.
Bro, why are you talking in your car? That shit weird.
Damn it, now what? Yeah, that's right. You messed with the wrong guy, buddy.
American flag. Hell yeah, brother.
Next time, I promise not to lose my temper.
Come on! Move it!
Speaking of American flag, because I'm not going to play this game. Olympics. Did y'all see freaking Simone Biles, like the greatest gymnast of all time, going crazy? USA, USA. So she posted a picture of her and her husband together, and her husband had her medals on. And this girl on TikTok went viral. You know, one of the miserable chicks. She went viral because she was just like, I hate this. Black men trying to steal their shine from black women. Da, 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 da. She went on this whole tirade, just made this whole fucking story up. And Simone Biles, jealous, miserable bitches, bruh. When I say, single women be keeping women single, bruh. Simone Biles commented on the TikTok because it went viral, and she literally said, you're a miserable bitch. Femcells, that's what, let's not call them miserable bitches. They're femcells. Yeah, Simone Biles actually commented on it and said, bitch, you're miserable. Like, I was like, thank you. I love it. We need more women to do this shit, bro. We need more women to do this shit. Look that shit up on TikTok. I was like, this is fucking great. She said specifically, she's like, did you see that I also let everybody else in my family wear the medals and we all took pictures together? And then I saw another video of a dude. He was like, yo, you could tell people who don't watch sports, because then he showed a picture of Messi's wife wearing his trophies or his medals. Then he showed Kobe's wife wearing his medal. He showed a bunch of different athletes like taking pictures with their family and their significant others with the medals. And he's like, you could tell people don't watch. Like, yeah, when you win something, you want to, and anybody who's ever won anything, you know this. You share the moment with your family and like your loved ones, and you take pictures of shit like that. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. But she turned it into this whole thing about black men stealing, like, black women can't have anything. I'm just like, God damn, bro, that's what you got out of that? It looked like a happy couple to me. Jesus fucking Christ. But what I will say is Simone Biles clocked her ass, and like, respect to the creator, because she ate the L. She was like, I'm just honored that she commented on my post and she told me to shut the fuck up. She's like, I'm going to eat that one. Like, so hopefully you learned the lesson. Stop. Misery loves company. Stop projecting your misery onto people. You're holding yourself back and you're blocking your blessings. Jesus Christ. Thanaz is holding the trophy. Yeah. Fucking Greek Freak's brother. Yeah. Like, I will say the creator took her L. She didn't try to argue back. She was just like, I'm honored she even commented. And she's like, you know what? I'm wrong. I was like, I respect it. I respect it. She said everything but sorry. She didn't apologize. Yeah, technically. But this shit was fucking funny. You said mental illness is crazy. I'm telling you, this is why I said get out and touch grass. These algorithms, they will have you fooled. When you scrolling, you see the same talking points all the time, and it's because you watch that stuff. But that's not how the general public feels things. And when you do that shit, fucking that shit can warp like your perception. You said, I remember I had to have a conversation with this one chick I was cool with one time about this shit and algorithms. Freaking she knew it was a former friend. She knows that like I'm interested in having kids one day, and she's not. And she would always watch these TikToks of women and their horror stories with pregnancy, and she would send them to me. And eventually, after about 3 or 4 of them joints, I had a message. I'm like to tell them, like, yo, stop sending me these fucking videos. I don't care. I don't fucking care. That's what, that echo chamber they stay in. I was like, if you're not interested in that shit, that's cool. But like, it's really weird that you're sending me this shit trying to convince me to believe in your ideology. I said, let's use some critical thinking for a moment. I said, yo, it's true. Some women suffer from complications from pregnancy. But I said, if we just use some critical thinking for a moment here, I was like, if it's really that common, because I know your algorithm makes it feel like it, but I was like, yo, if so many women are dying from having kids, society would have ended millions of years ago. Can you please use some, I know you're scared, but can you please use some critical thinking? That's valid. Exact. Yo, get the fuck out of my face with this shit, bruh. You said having your own. She stopped after that though. I was like, yo, that's really weird. That's why we try you. Every once in a while, go in your settings and clear your algorithm. Turn off your history. Jesus. Anyways, that was my little tangent. Let's look at this Twitch article. This is July 31st, so this is recent. Is Twitch becoming a zombie brand? What's happening in the real world and what's happening behind the scenes are two different things. Literally what we just talked about. When you're talking about certain entities, as we've seen time and time again with the businesses on the outside, that they can seem to be doing fine and are looking forward to the future. Then when you dive behind the scenes at the situation, you find out that things are a mess and that things need to change in a hurry. That brings us to Twitch, the popular streaming platform where people do all sorts of things, including playing, blah, 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 blah. Let's get to it. The catch is that Twitch itself isn't seeing the same kind of revenue as noted by Dextero. I talk about that on stream all the time. Always have different platforms if you want to be a content creator, because Twitch has never been profitable. And it hasn't been profitable since Amazon purchased them. And if there's one thing we know about Amazon, they like to make money. They could shut this bitch down at any time. If Twitch gets shut down tomorrow, I would be upset, obviously, because I lose a revenue stream. Also, I've been working since 2013. I've been grinding on here, right? I would be upset, but it wouldn't be the end of the world for me. Do you know why? Because I can go live on Twitter. I can go live on YouTube. I can go live on TikTok. I can go live on Instagram, because I can go live on Facebook because I have followings on several different pages. So I always say to the Twitch streamers out there, I've seen people say, I want to live stream till I'm 68. I don't know, man. If you want to be involved in something, you should probably figure out how it works too. You saw the CEO of DreamCon? Nah, I didn't. But anything but kicks, yeah. Some new reports are pointing to the platform not only losing lots of money, but also being mismanaged during the process. If you recall, the service lost lots of employees after Amazon laid off hundreds of people recently, then tried and helped make more money. They increased the amount of people they have to pay. So if you're wondering why you see 1 million ads on Twitch recently, I just seen it. I got 9 ads. It's because they're trying to make their money back. I feel like that ruins the viewing experience. If I could talk to the CEO, I would say put more emphasis on banners. I feel like that's the happy medium for people. Put like banners like right above the player or right below or on the side. They started to do that, but I think they should put more emphasis on that. That way it doesn't interrupt the viewing experience for the viewer. But like these ads that are in the player, it kind of ruins the shit for the live stream. So sub it up if you don't want to see ads. Yeah, like old school internet. However, that doesn't appear to be enough, as the company is still losing billions of dollars through Twitch, and thus employees are getting the feeling that something else might be coming down the pipeline their way, and they're very nervous about it. This further bolstered by the Wall Street Journal, which noted that while people are still spending money on the platform, the people who spend the money there aren't spending what they used to. Translation: we got excited about COVID. People was dropping subs like a motherfucker. What happened? People had to go back to work. We're not sitting in the house anymore, besides me. Plus, the engagement rate is going down because fewer people are joining the platform than before. According to them, Twitch is losing about $2 billion a year. For context, Amazon bought the platform for $1 billion a decade ago. Granted, it likely made a profit in those first few years after its purchase, but it's losing money now, and that's why many are dubbing it a zombie brand. Basically, it's stagnant. It's not growing, but it's not dying either, which is never good. Because there's a phrase, one of my favorite phrases, in this world, you either build or destroy. And if you're not building, you are still technically destroying. If you're not contributing, you're consuming, and consumption is a form of destruction. So being stagnant is never good. That's why you got to continue to innovate. Question is Twitch next? What? They gotta, and that's why you see them pushing out that For You page. One of the biggest issues with Twitch is the discoverability. It can just not fuck with YouTube. I remember a while ago, they were trying to compete with YouTube. You remember when they allowed content creators to do uploads like YouTube videos? They did that for like a year and then they shut it down. It needs to, if they want to grow the platform, one of the things that I said, one of my favorite things that they did was when they allowed us to co-stream G League games. They did a deal with the G League like 5 years ago, and like they allowed select partners to co-stream it, and it was fun to watch. My viewership was up. Even if it was G League, it was just, I enjoy basketball. I liked watching it. It was fun to like commentate over it. They need to cut a deal if they can, which is a reach, the NBA. I think though, realistically, if they could cut a deal with the WNBA, It would bring more eyeballs to the WNBA, put it on the homepage, and let Twitch partners. It's got to be a Twitch partner feature. It can't be for everybody, because then it also gives reasons for people to strive towards something. Let us co-stream some WNBA games. Let us commentate over them. Same thing if you can get a G League deal again, and then if you can get the NBA more. I know they have some NFL games. They got to get more NFL games. We need more of the pop out, the Juneteenth shit. The numbers was going crazy on the Kendrick concert. They need to produce more original programming that gets people excited about the platform, because one of the biggest issues, and it's going to piss some people off, that Twitch's biggest strength, believe it or not, at least in my opinion, is also Twitch's greatest weakness. And what do I mean by that? The advantage Twitch has over YouTube is its community and the culture, but that's also a weakness, because that community and culture, who says poggers and Riz, all this goofy ass shit, the average everyday person, like, what the fuck is that, nigga? You have to appeal to those people. I'm not gonna lie, as somebody who's a gamer, who's in the trenches, I think that shit is weird. And I feel like they've leaned too much into the poggers crowd. They've alienated themselves. The average person doesn't want to watch Ninja bitch and throw shade at Kai Cenat about how he could have been more popular. The average person doesn't want to. That's some high school shit. The average person doesn't want to watch Pokey react to a YouTube video. So you have to create original programming and content that brings people to your platform. Think about Netflix. When was Netflix at its greatest? House of Cards, Narcos, Orange is the New Black. I was subscribing. I was like, this is lit. Twitch doesn't have that. And the easiest way they can get around that is they got to do, like, yo, why the fuck did you not cut a licensing deal with the Olympics? Why are you not live streaming Team USA basketball on Twitch? If you can't get that, get the track and field, get the swimming, get the shit that we want to watch. Table tennis, nigga, something. Why are you not cutting deals with the Olympics? So then put it on the front page, and that gives a way for people to watch. Because I don't know if y'all know, them USA basketball games, you got to find an alleged link. It's kind of hard to find. They have a breakdancing contest? What? I'm going to tell you how Twitch is really going to fuck up. They just announced, let's see, Olympics. Esports. They just announced the Olympic esports. On July 12th. So now we are going to have officially the summer games, the winter games, and now we're going to have the e-games. Y'all should be paying me, but I'm going to give you this one for free. Dear Twitch CEO, if y'all don't find a way to cut a deal with Amazon and the Olympic esports, y'all are fucking stupid. This is right up your alley. Y'all should be co-streaming this shit. Matter of fact, get some of your biggest content creators that actually know about games, not niggas who watch Gordon Ramsay and niggas who pretend to be socialists but have $5 million homes. Not those people. Get some people who know about games, like Evo, like those type of commentators, and have them fly them out. Give it even bigger reason, like, hey, this is gonna be shoutcasted by X, Y, and Z. Come on, man. Come on. I need to start this company, bro. But yeah, they need to expand their profile. I think they've leaned too much into these nerd ass niggas. And these nerd ass niggas is holding you back. You got to find that. I'm not saying, because you also never want to get away from what made you popular in the first place. I'm not saying forget them, just expand. You got to find a happy medium. Right now, there's no happy medium. It's just too much in the middle. I mean, it's too top heavy, basically. He said low tier guy commentate. But he's too busy watching the booby streamers. That nigga is a gooner. That's what y'all say, right? The CEO too busy watching titty streamers and shit. Oh, that's the article. But yeah, that's the suggestion that I would make on how to improve things. There's still time to improve, but you got to make moves. Shit, get is the MLB license? Get the MLB would help. I don't know, something. You ever going back to Brave? Nah, I like Edge. I like it. I like the Edge off to my joint, my web browser. TBH is just as intelligent as Charlamagne and Andrew. He talks about the dope shit. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's all the I find it very funny that I just got an email from Temu. I got invited to the Temu affiliate program. Temu's in my title. Y'all niggas in my chat. I'm not trying to push out cheap ass products. NBC has the Olympic rights until 2032. I agree with the WNBA. All right, so yeah, if you can, but who's got the rights? Now is the time because they just announced it. They just announced the Olympics esports. Now is the time. Nobody has the rights to this shit. Go get it. And then also, yeah, I feel like the easiest one to get is the WNBA. They should have had the WNBA game, All-Star game, on the fucking on Twitch. But he said hi, T-Boo. Would y'all be mad? Would y'all be mad if I got a Temu deal? Oh my god, I'd be on Hokage highlights, so I didn't know I was in TVA stream. I forgot I joined. This motherfucker, you high as a kite right now. Yeah, I'm live right now. He said, nah, get your bag. It's gotta be the right check. It's gotta be the right check, man. It's gotta be the right check. That's all I got for you.